Hey everyone, welcome back to Apollo Art Analysis. In today's episode, we're going to be studying a piece by the multidisciplinary artist known as Quantum Visions, and in this episode, we're going to be looking at symbolism of science fiction. We're also going to explore transcending your limits, a journey of self-discovery, and of course, the pursuit of knowledge as well. So let's just jump right into it. So at first sight, we see what appears to be multiple different spaceships beaming this lone woman high into the sky. Of course, this is a grand introduction. It's going to make you wonder what exactly is happening here. How did our lone subject end up here, and what exactly is going on? Of course, the placement of our subjects in center, both of our subject as the spaceship and even the woman as well. The placement in center certainly elevates their presence, no doubt draws our eye within the work. We see their form further elevated against that dark, starry night background that, of course, allows the lighter accent to really define form to the most intense degree possible. You also see the colors within this work. We have primarily, of course, you have black as the base, but you also have blue, you have purple, and you have a hint of green as well. It's not too intense, but there is that slight hint, especially on the spaceship. But within this work, of course, that's what we call an analogous color scheme. Blue, green, and purple, those are all quite harmonious. They're going to be working with each other and kind of balancing the visual experience here. You may also notice the work before us is near symmetrical in nature. You see that split across a vertical center axis also gives a lot of harmony to the work at hand. Certainly a very balanced visual experience within the work before us. There's also a sense of rhythm here, right? There are almost like some fractals or a paradox that's created by one within another once more. So there is this sense of rhythm as the eye goes further down the composition at hand. I think that's pretty important. It also impacts the visual experience when you're looking at this stunning piece. I wanted to ask you guys, how do y'all feel when you view this work, or what comes to mind, whether it's symbolism or even just a mood or a feeling when you're viewing this work? All are very important when we're looking and studying this piece. Of course, I talked about that paradox, right? You have this lone subject. Each spaceship is contained one within another. This may even indicate the passage of time, right? It's as if the spaceship is moving upwards, maybe even closer towards the viewer, closer towards the stars. I was talking to the original artist, and she was mentioning a lot of different symbolism, right? A journey of self-discovery, the pursuit of knowledge, transcending your limits. There's a lot that she was talking about. I think we certainly see that within the composition at hand, right? The UFO, of course, is something we may consider foreign, right? An alien, something which comes from the outer worlds and visited our worlds and takes us away. But the foreign is a multivariate symbol, right? The foreign could be anything such as a different culture. It could be something which we do not know. It could be any knowledge or any lost knowledge even that we have forgotten. So I think that's incredibly important when we're looking at this work. Of course, when you enter the realm of the foreign, you are kind of letting go to an act of faith, right? You are exploring something which you do not know and cannot quite understand yet. So there is also a transition, right? She's going from the realm of earth into the highest of heaven. She is moving high into the sky in the realm, the dominion of the gods. I think that's also incredibly important when we're talking about symbolism within this stunning work. So of course, that transition, it is a state of travel, right? She's moving upward. She's moving into the highest of heavens. But you'll also notice she's kind of giving in to the beam, right? She is, letting go, maybe even an act of faith, if you will, to this new journey of self-discovery, moving into a new state of being, maybe even discovering different knowledge, a different culture. It's hard to say exactly what's going on, but regardless, that's just some of the symbolism that I bring up, especially with the notes from the original artist. But of course, when we learn new things, we are giving in to the possibility that there are things we do not know yet. So I think that's incredibly important. We also see that with sci-fi a lot. My mind is drawn to E.T., how, the extraterrestrial, that little guy, is treated as completely different. And of course, he is quite different than the regular humans on Earth, but, that doesn't mean we have to treat them differently in any way in one another. But regardless, that's normally what we see within the world of science fiction, a lot of different symbolism that invokes. The original artist created this work, using multiple different composites that were all compiled within Procreate. Procreate is an incredibly popular program. There are a lot of people who are using that to create their works, whether it's a digital edit, whether that's a digital illustration, a very robust program and a very important and impactful one at that. But regardless, at the end of the day, I think the symbolism of this work, the world is only bound by the limits of your own imagination. So there's so many different things we can discover if we just give in to the possibility that there are things that we do not know. But really hope you'll enjoy it today. I actually have an additional work from the original artist, Quantum Visions, here. I'm going to bring that in real quick and see what we can learn about her style and what she likes to work with. Alright, so we've got an additional work here to really compare alongside the work that we studied today. This was the first work that I studied by Quantum Visions, and I absolutely love it. This intense red certainly caught my eye, and especially the realm of space as well. Of course, they're all incredibly important. The original artist really loves the realm of space. She deals with the kind of the sublime or the surreal, if you will, and I think we certainly see that in both of these compositions. Of course, the work on the right, use of red and blue certainly contrasts and kind of fight for the viewer's attention. There's a lot of visual energy within the work at hand. This work has a lot more visual energy in context of, say, rhythm, not necessarily as color, because the colors within the work on the left is going to be a lot more balanced. However, the work on the right, those colors are contrasting each other, but it's absolutely stunning nonetheless in both of these instances. I just want to bring in additional work to kind of talk about the original artist, about how she loves the sci-fi scenes. She certainly loves that symbolism and deals with them very well. This is also a digital edit as well, so she does an amazing job, whether it's Procreate, Photoshop, always a pleasure to study her work. So I just want to bring that in real quick. Just remember, Quantum Visions love scenes of science fiction. So yeah, that's really all I have for today. I really hope y'all enjoyed. We talked about so many different things, from this sense of visual rhythm, the balanced color palette. We talked about the UFO as a symbol of the foreign. We even talked about the symbolism of the foreign, whether it's a different culture, different knowledge that we do not know. Also giving into the limits and even the limits of your own imagination, giving into the possibility that there are things that we do not know, and even transcend Earth to go to an entirely new realm or a new state of being. Like I said, I really hope y'all enjoyed today. If y'all did, go check out the original artist Quantum Visions. She has a lot of good stuff on her Instagram portfolio. Absolutely love to study her work, and I believe I'll be studying a lot more in the future. Like I said, really hope y'all enjoyed. If y'all did, go check out the original artist Quantum Visions. My name's Apollo. This was Apollo Art Analysis, and I'll see y'all on the next episode. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you'd like to support our work directly, please check out our Apollo community tokens. Apollo Art Exchange is an ecosystem of art appreciation which elevates artists each and every day. Thanks for listening.